Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
Is that a question?
Hello.
Yes.
Welcome to another one. This is a voice only one, so let's just see if we've got a voice. Give it a few seconds, see if it'll catch up. Here we go, let's try it.
Is that a question?
Hello. Yes. Welcome to a... It works, that's alright then. Anyway, so what we're doing here, Yaesu FT-891 radio, we've made a software front end for it. We've called it an FT-891S. S for software. And we're on episode 73. Wow. We're still hooking up the cat commands to the width, shift, notch and contour. Last one we got the shift working, as in we altered the shift on the UI and the shift on the radio altered. That's okay for now, so I want to do the width next. So we alter the width and it alters the width on the radio. Now that goes one way to the radio. Coming back from the radio and altering the shift has to update the UI, but we'll sort that out after. For all of it, we'll just want to get it going one way for now. So we'll do that and let's just get on with it, shall we? Right, don't expect many people today coming in. It's Friday and it's hot today, and so we're just going to get on with a little bit of it. We'll probably get the shift symbol there switching on when we're not on 0, so if you shift left or right it switches it on. We might sort that out now before we move on to the width, but basically that'll take not many minutes at all. So then we'll get on to the width. So we want the width to come on as well. Contour, notch. So really I think these ought to be, probably they need to be in the order of that it appears on the screen. So noise blanker, NB. Then we've got, well it doesn't really appear, so shift, width, notch and contour. Then we've got DNR, digital noise reduction. Anyway, let's just do a little bit. Right, let's crack on. Let's open up the program. So we're just opening up the old GitHub repository. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll just run it up where it is there and see if everything's okay. I have a weird thing because I set this up to work on the 710. I tried it on the 891 and it didn't work. But now you can see we get the send and receive pulse, and we've booted up and we're okay. So if we go over to the width section, if I excuse me, if I press the shift so it comes up on the radio, it says -300 at the minute, so it's remembering what it was. So now it's on 0, so I'm going right and it's going plus, so it says I'm plus 840 and I am plus 840, and I'm going -1160, yeah. So that's working, and so when it's on 0 it needs to turn that off. So it is on 0. So what I want to do is when I'm on 0 it sends the command to switch it off, even though it's basically off anyway. So the 710 does it when you're on 0, it switches it off. The 891, it's still on 0. Effectively it's off, but it's still flagging up as on. on the screen. So what we're going to do is decide how we're going to treat it. I think we'll just say we'll force it off when it's on 0. No point having it on if it's set to 0 and doing nothing. Okay, so let's just do a bit of that then. So we want to find that shift symbol. So we're going to have a look at the display. Okay, let's just bring this up to 100% and centre it. Right, so the shift we're after. So all we've got to do is make that visible, that variable there. So we're going to go over to, I'm not sure where about, I think it's in the filter wave. Yeah, it's in the filter wave. Here it is. Shift. So all we've got to do is, if the shift is greater than, so it's this bit here that turns it off. So the value, so all we've got to do is look at the value. Okay, so we do want to make this a little bit more elaborate, so we'll have to put the curly braces into it and do that, because what we're going to do, this is just a default to give it, you can either give it a plus or a minus, or just give it a plus, but it won't be a plus, it'll be a 0. So once it's on 0, we're going to actually set that visibility to off, but we need to send it a command. So what we'll do is we'll set it to off. So visibility. So the ball, it doesn't know where we are at the minute. So let's give it main window. Main window dot visibility equals invisible. So visibility, system visibility, can either do collapsed or hidden. I'll just do hidden. That's it. Right, so, and if we're on the plus, if we're anything other, we'll need to elaborate on these as well by the looks of it, just to get a capability to put more than one command in there. So what we're going to do is, if it's a plus, we need to make it visible. So visible, and also down here visible. Okay. Plus or minus, if the value is less than or greater than a 0, it makes it visible. If it's a 0, it drops through to this one, which hides it. We're just putting the shift on as a plus, no reason. In fact, it could just stay where it is really, you don't have to set it, but we'll set it. I like to set it to something. So anyway, so this shift would have to move up to shift direction, right? Okay, that's a problem. No, that's gonna have to stay there. Okay, but so we're gonna have to build. We might have to issue more than one command here. So what I'm going to do is turn it off. So we need to switch it off. No, we haven't got an ability to switch it off. We can set it to 0, so we need an extra command. So that can stay there. Right, so that can stay there where it is, but we will need to make a new command. Well, it's actually the same command, isn't it? Yeah. It's the same command. So I'll tell you what, we'll move this. See, we're not setting the shift direction till we get down here. Okay, so we'll turn that into a variable. Right, so we've already got shift direction. So we'll put one before that. We'll call it a bool. We'll call it shift on off, and we're going to make it false, so it's off. And we're going to set it here as well. So shift on off is equal to true. Right, so if it's greater than a 0 or less than a 0, it's true. And if it's hidden or it's on a 0, we turn it off. Then it'll at least be compatible with an FT-710 and an 891. Because 710 doesn't actually have a shift on off, it does it via the value. But the 891 needs, you can set it to 0, but it's still flagged up as on, even so we're going to set it to off. So all we're going to do is replace that bit there that right, so why is it coming up like that? Oh, it's expecting an int. Okay. Alright then, so we'll change this to an int then. And we'll make that a 0. And this will be a 1. And that'll be a 1, and this will be a 0. Then everyone's happy. Okay, so that should then, yeah, send 2 commands. It would have to send 2. Yeah, so that's the only problem, isn't it? Oh no, it's the 1 command, and it's sent in the 1 command. So I can set I should be able to set the value, yeah, all in one. Luckily that command it's got multiple payloads. It's got on, off, a direction, and it's got the value. So 1 command will do it. Don't need to issue 2 commands to do the same. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Okay, so it's voice only edition today, which means I can sit here without a shirt on. Yeah, and work away and just talk. Right, so here we go. So I'm on here, I'm shifting it. Is it doing anything? It's not actually doing anything. I wonder why that is. Oh, exception. It's throwing an exception. Right, let's just turn that off a minute. Find out what this system threading task cancel. What was this other one? It was throwing up an exception when I dragged it. Invalid operation. The calling thread cannot access it. Right. Okay. So that's not a. Yeah, it's not. I'm trying to update the UI. So yeah, I can't update this UI like that. So we need to put it in, wrap it into something. I've done this before. I can't remember what it is now without looking at it. Let's have a look in the cap commands. There's somewhere, if you're updating the UI, you've got to make sure you've got to do it from, I can't remember how to do it now. Tell you what, I'll find it. Yeah, I'll find it in, where are we looking? Let's find it in, yeah, waterfall sweep. There's going to be one in there surely. Let's have a look. We'll know it when we see it. We'll know it when I see it. I've just got to wrap it in an action. If I can find it. Not in that one. Right, stations seek. One of these has got the formatting that I need to update the UI from a different thread. It's just finding it again. It's not going to be easy, is it? Let's see if there's one in there. I could just ask AI, but I don't want to do that if I can help it. It's just finding it. I used it recently, I know I did. It's not going to come up though, is it? Right, so we're not going to be able to find it. What I need is a reference. Right, did I put one in here? Yeah, I've been to sleep since. So all you got to do is check access for the UI before we send it. You can't just update the UI from a different thread. It doesn't like it. I'm just trying to find one that I've done already, just to copy it out. It's already formatted the right way and all the rest of it. It's not appearing today though, is it? Okay, we'll look at the main. Don't know. It's not coming up quickly. Maybe we've got one down here. Maybe we haven't. No, we haven't got it. Okay, so where are we gonna go? Okay, let's try another one. Let's just search, file search. Quick find. Right, where's the find? Oh, here it is. So we find dispatcher. Dispatcher. Not found. Okay, action then. So I've got that much, so you can't find bugger all at the minute, can it? Yeah. Okay, so what do we do? There's so much code I can't find it. And it's convoluted construct, so you can't just do it from nothing. Right, let's have a look in this bit right at the end. Let's have a look. Somewhere there's going to be one. I don't know why I don't copy this into a dummy file and just put the construct in there. So I know I can just copy and paste it when I need it again. Can't find it. It's just not able to be found. Let's search through loads of code. Can't find it. So annoying when you can't find it. Nah, I'm not finding it today. I don't know what to say. It's just not there. If you're programming without live stream, you can just search till you're ready. But try get value. No. Oh, it's so annoying. So annoying. I can't remember from one day to the next. So I'm trying to access change its visibility. And not from here. You're not going to do it. Have I done? Maybe I've done one already here. No. Ah, here it is. Dispatcher invoke. There we go. That's what I was after. And I can't remember all the brackets and all this. So you just need to put that wrapper. It's the same thing we're doing. It's right there, right there. It's right underneath me all the time. So trouble is I'm going to have to wrap each one of these up now, so let's do it differently. Let's do it down here. Right, so invoke, we're going to invoke. Actually, we could do the same thing there. Yeah, we could just do it there, but off the value. Yeah, we could ignore the switch statement and just do it off this value. So if it's 0, it's hidden. Yeah, that'll work perfectly fine, but instead of DNR label, we'll do the shift label. That'll do. And I can take this out of there, and there, out of there, and that's all it wants, to be wrapped in a dispatcher, just to stop it erroring. You think AI would suggest it for you? I mean, that's my own fault. I haven't enabled GitHub Copilot. I don't want anything to do with Copilot, but to be fair, it probably would help you out. Right, so we're taking all that there, so that's the bit where it updates the UI. That's fine. Okay, let's run it up. Hopefully operating on a different thread error will be gone and it won't be a problem. So let's have a look. Right, so if I drag this way, yeah, it's dragging, and if I drag it, at the minute it's already on. The shift is on, so yeah, because I'm away from the center line. So if I drag it to the 0, it's gone off. If I drag it to the minus, it's on. So there you go. And hopefully, yeah, my shift has switched off as well on my radio. Now it's come on, so now it's on, and now it's, where is it? Off. There it is. So it should work with both radios, FT-891 and a 710, and probably FTX1 as well. So that shift, when it's in center, oh, slightly off there, isn't it? That's center there. Well, I don't know. Maybe, hang on. Yeah, so that's about right. Okay, so the shift is working. We've got that one switching on and off, so we can do DNR on and off, noise blanket on and off, and when we're shifted, it shifts that on and off as well. Right. Okay, so that's okay. One way. Once ways, welcome. Is it possible to compile this as a progressive web app for use on Linux and Mac? I wouldn't think so. No, definitely wouldn't think so. Not to say you couldn't make it do it. Anyway, welcome. I think I've seen you before, once ways. Welcome again. This is just a Windows thing at the minute. Just Windows. Yeah, it needs to be on Linux really, doesn't it? I know what you mean. Mac, I don't know. Someone once asked me to have a look at their Mac computer. Well, they didn't. They said, come and have a look at my computer. I got there, they showed it me, and it was a Mac, and I said, turn it off. And they said, what's up, man? I said, I don't do anything with Macs. Don't know what I'm doing with Macs, sorry. Me PC, I can sort you out. Hope you're well. I'm okay, mate, yeah. All well. I'm just got no shirt on because it's warm in here, so I've got no voice only today. Yeah, voice only, and I forgot, so I was waving to the camera and pointing and stuff, but I'm actually not able to see it. Yeah, so just trying to sort this bit out. So this was the last stream, so we've got that width now. Sorry, the shift working. So we need to do the not the notch, the width. So when we alter this now, shift's working one way. Now, do I need to get it to do two-way? Shouldn't be too difficult to do two-way, should it? I just don't know whether to do that now. Thumbnail says width. Oh, not bothered at the minute. I can get the other way working at the same time when I do the rest. So I'm just going to do the width. So when we alter this width, so if at the minute, if I go on to, if I find a station, let's find a station. See if there's anyone on here. It was quite active last night, I believe. The radio was pretty active. 34 degrees here in Kent, right? You got it warm, and we're not so bad here. It's not that bad here, but in the afternoon, like now, the sun blazes through. I've got very thin curtain, and the sun blazes through, and it turns this into an oven. This room. And don't forget, I've been out all week working on my day job. I've been stood up step ladder every day of last week, wiring up stuff. My head in the ceilings, pulling through cables, drilling holes, and all sorts of stuff. Right, so we've got one there. So I'll show you the shift works. Ready? Let's turn the volume up a bit.
Echo America 5, Japan meaning Far East Pacific.
And because we're on upper sideband,
Echo Alpha 5, Juliet Zulu, meaning Far East.
on upper sideband, so you'd expect to see the stronger signal towards the left. So when I go this way, I'm going down the ramp of the signal, so it gets tinny.
Again, please.
And that's where you're picking up the maximum.
Radio Alpha 3. Bravo. 5 Japan Zulu, thanks for the call.
I can't wait to get to the stage where there's some noise on an adjacent channel and I'm able to. At the minute the width's not doing anything. I'm able to do that and notch out the way and boost the signal and notch out the noise. That'll be great. It's nothing you can't do with a radio already, but to do it all from one area like this is going to be good.
And good afternoon from the Mediterranean. RA3TLB EA5J.
Right. So I'll just quieten him down a bit. Right, so we'll get on now to the next bit, if I can only work that next bit out. So we've got the shift, so we want the width next. So have we got an entry for width? Ah, there it is, shift, SH. Let's bring the cat command up for it, just to make sure. So 891's cat command. It's only 22 degrees in Telford. According to, yeah, it's only 22, so we've got it cool, but it's going to get worse over the weekend, I think, fancy. Someone said. SH, where are you? There it is, width. Yeah, so the width, there we go. What have we got? What kind of command have we got for width? Fixed. Oh, it's got an on-off and a parameter. See table below. So this, yeah. Well, I think we did an SH command. Let's have a look. Oh, before we do that, let's compare the FT-710's width command. So I've opened up the FT-710's cat control PDF. Just want to see if there's any difference. Ah, it actually shows you the table here. So we've got width, fixed. So again, it doesn't use parameter 2 to switch it on and off, similar to the shift. So if I bring back up, so the P2 is used to switch it on and off for the flag, but 710 just does it when it, I suppose, when it goes back to 0 default. So look at the default, narrow, so 0 is default, is it? So how would it switch it on and off then? Don't know which is the... Let me go on width on the radio, see what happens. Where are you, width? Let's go down to width. So 2400 Hertz. And if I... Oh yeah, I'm altering it and it goes all the way, depending on what mode, back down to 1800 and up to 32. So 2800 I think it said was the default. Maybe. So, 1500. Oh, for SSB 2400. Right. Yeah. So white, normal mode, so that looks like it's the default. Depends on what you're in. So you can choose your command here, 0 to 21, and it'll only give you, depending on whatever these values are, based on what mode you're in. Yeah. So if you try to go outside the range, if you're in narrow mode SSB and you try to set it to, well, it's automatically going to switch it to something else. So you've got to track that. Right. So anyway, so we should be able to use. Let's have a look. Have we got a cat command for SH in here somewhere? SH. Do we have an SH? Yes. So it's 4 back. So let's go back. There it is. So what are we changing? We've got the fixed and the switch. So we don't need to do anything with the fixed, because we're not interested in it, but switch. So we've already got the cat command for that. So we've got P1, P2 and P3, but it's saying P3 is only 2 digits. I don't think it is 2 digits. Let's have a look at the cat command. Right, SH. Oh, it is only 2 digits. Look at that. 1 digit, 2 digits. So yeah, it's a weird one. So it is right. So possibly this will be a quick one then. So what I need to do is find a cat command with SH on it. And I think I've already done something with it, haven't I? Yeah, I've already started doing some at last. Well, it must have been a few times back. So the width value is equal to -1. Right, width value -1. Don't know what that's doing. So we've got a reference for it. So, but SH, it's not looking for SH, is it? So what I need to do is move the shift and see what it's given us. Let's have a look. I've already got the code in there that prints out. So let me just go back into this, turn off the send, have a look down here, and if I alter the width, It's just coming up width, see that? Okay, so we are looking for SH, but you won't get that. So we need to go in this style, so width. So it's going to try and do this. I don't know what this is going to do. Let's just try it. It won't alter, well, yeah, let's see if it'll actually interact with this width setting I've got open up on the radio now. Right, so here we go. I'm altering it, but nothing's happening. Let's just stop the send. SH, so it's sending out SH-0109. So the format's right. So it's sending an 09. So hang on, it may be working. Let me just go. Put the send back on. No. Right, so probably it's sending a 9. So that. Right, so it's sending a 9. If it's -1, the value's nothing. It's sending a 9. So let's refer to the table. A 9. 1800. There it is. And my radio is on 1800 hertz. So it possibly is. So all we've got to do is convert that built-in 9, static 9, to the width value. So, but I don't know what the width value is. So, oh no, we're sending width value there. Yeah, we're sending width value there when it's off. Oh, it's, yeah, -1. Right, not sure what's going on there. So we don't have a -1 value, so there's no point in sending a -1. So we need to have a look at the width in the waveform control. We need to find out what kind of width numbers it's giving. Let's run it up and just see what it's actually coming up on the screen as. Right, so if I drag this width, I can't actually see it because it's stuck behind something. They're overlapping. So what we'll do, we'll actually we'll get this to print out, like similar to this when we're doing the shift. We'll put that value a little bit of a console right, but we'll put it in the width value and see what's coming out. Very nice to get the width and the bit by bit, just get them to send out. So I'll turn off the send and I'll alter the width. So it's going, they're going up, and it's going to 21. So what happens when you go to the minus? No, it just goes to 0. So it goes 0 to 21. Let's have a look at the table. So 0 to, oh, it goes up to 23 actually. Goes up to 20. Oh, that is the FT-710. So let's have a look at the 891 table. It does say have a look at the table. Ah. So there, who knew? So the table goes from 0 to 21. How you doing, Andy? Okay, mate. Is it getting warm where you are? Someone said it's getting warm down there. Yeah, we're getting there. Now I've got the shift going. I'm just going to get the width going now. When you drag the width, and I can just. I'm going to find a noise when I've got these notch and that working. I'll find a nice noisy signal with someone on the side frequency interfering, which shouldn't take too bad. And then we'll try and notch away from it and shift away and see what we can do. See if it makes much of a difference. Yeah, you can do it with your radio anyway if you know how to navigate it. But I just want to do it with this user interface. So who knew the width on a 891 goes from 0 to 21. It stops at 3200 Hertz. Okay, and the FT-710 carries on another 2 to 400 Hertz. So there you go. 28 Wednesday 35. Yeah, we're only 22 at the minute here, so we're all right. I could put a shirt on and put video on, but I'm just a bit lazy. I'm chilling on a Friday night. You know, I've got me shandy. Anyway, I've booked in Andy. I've booked in to go to the ex-Commanders Fest. I'm going to the fest. Me and the missus, we're going to the fest. Don't know what we're going to do. I might buy a pole actually. I might buy I don't know, a Signature 9 or something, or I don't know. We're gonna have a look. I need to see it. I need to stand there and see how tall it is. I'm just gonna buy a pole, I think. Hopefully I don't go too mad and buy the whole thing, the kit, you know. I might just buy a pole. Well, I can make my own stays and stuff, can't I? I can print them out, and you know, I can mill out the aluminium. I don't need to. I'll probably just do a few bands, you know. I don't need all the bands at once. Experimental, more experimental stuff. Yes, I don't know whether. So have I. Hope I'll be there. Yeah. I don't know. Have a hope I'll be there. Oh, with a bit of luck, you mean? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so 12 o'clock, 5 to 12. He says don't get there until 5 to 12. But yeah, I don't know whether to. I don't know if you can take. Like I was talking to you last time about this. I don't know if you can take. It'd be nice to show the software working and that, but I don't know if it's that kind of a thing. I'm probably just going to turn up with just me and nothing. Don't take anything. It's not really a thing, is it? Like I don't know. You just mill around a bit. What I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so you've got a couple of extra commands values on the 710 compared to the 891, which is okay. So there's another reason to set the actual max value so you can get up to that extra bit, or it's no big deal if you can't, but we'll sort it out. So if I just put that value now in here instead of setting it for 9, and I've already switched it on there, so that should be it. And what we've got to do is the width icon, we've got to switch that on and off as well. So let's just go back to this dispatcher. So we can do the dispatcher as well. Let's just go before, just here. Right, so we're not going to do shift label though, we're going to do width, there it is. So the width label border. So we want to switch the width label border visibility on and off depending. If the value is 0, actually no, it'll never be -1, will it? See, what we're looking for is this second value. Yeah, because according to the table, parameter 0 is not off. Or is it off? Maybe it is. Let's have a look at the other one. Default. Oh, yeah, it's not specifying anything there. So maybe 0 is off then. That's fair enough then, if it is. Yeah, because you lose the ability with a 710 to... They've made parameter 2 fixed. So you don't give it a 1 to be enabled, like the 891, or a 0 to be off. So it's doing it solely from the value default. We'll do the same. So we'll go, if it's 0, it's hidden. And so this -1, it'll never ever be -1. Never been -1, so we don't want the -1. So if it's 0, we switch it off and we send it. We don't have to send it the value. We can just send it as 0. And if anything other than the 0, it enables it, puts the width value on. At 710, the 891 needs the 1 to say it's switched on, or a 0 to say it's switched off. The 710 ignores it and does it just solely by the width value. Right, I think that's enough to see to make it work. Let's have a go. Yeah, so I fancy just the pole. Just the pole. The DX Commander, one of the poles. I'm going to have a look at it. The 18-metre one, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, look, you've got to remember you're only buying half an aerial because you need the ground planes. Right, anyway, so let's turn the volume up. Right, I'm going to just quickly look down here and I'll turn the output off.
Okay, cool. Excellent. GM1K.
Right, I'm just going to change the width.
Excellent. Well, it's good to hear you.
It's changing.
You sound magic. This morning, I never came in here late this morning. I was obviously hungover, so I never came in here until...
Actually, when you go too low, it starts going up again.
And the conditions were pretty decent this morning, so maybe hear you on...
So the width's changing. I'm up to 3,200 hertz, and all the way down I'm up 2,400 hertz. But my width is not switching off. Ah, we're getting a question mark back.
Maybe a wee bit later would be better for you possibly, David. Okay, well I'll have a week, I've a word with Ross.
Why are we getting a question mark?
Not tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, I won't be going anywhere, I'll be in here, so...
So we're getting a question mark back. So the SH-0103. We shouldn't be getting a question mark back. Right, so this is the 891. So we've given it the 1 and 00. See table below. It might want to see 2 digits. Hang on, what are we actually getting? Yeah, we've got the 2 digits. So why would it send me a question mark back?
And good morning, David. How you doing, Ross?
Right, not sure. Let's have a look at the cat command for SH.
Still hungover, man. I'm dying. I've been dying all day. I felt alright this morning when I first got up.
Right, so it's not automatically creating a digit. Oh, it's putting one in there.
12 o'clock, I just started feeling like that. So, that's the best.
Don't know what that's doing.
bacon and stuff like that off the barbecue for my dinner.
So it's put,
And I had a bottle of beer earlier on to
the
see if it
format
helped me,
looks
but it never
right.
made any difference. So I'm starting to
SH
feel a wee bit better,
doesn't
but
matter
still
on
not
0, then the 1 to say it's switched on, then the 03.
see what else is happening, and I
And
might
it shouldn't
go
be
and
giving
watch
me,
back in 73. She's still looking at the pool, it's roasting here, mate. Sun's still up high.
it shouldn't be giving me a question mark. 03, 600, yes, it should be. It should be, look. There is no such thing as on the SSB wide, you will get a question mark, because there's nothing it can set it to. So it should start to work when I get to 9. It'll let you send it and it won't error, but it won't give you nothing. So if I go from 8, it should give a question mark. When I get to 9, it should give me 1800. Let's try it. Slowly learning here, we're slowly learning. Right, so I'm going to go, I'll turn the send off. So we've got, if I drag that there, we got a question mark. But if I get to 8, as soon as I get to 8 or 9, so I'm on 8 now, one more, 9, see 8 it doesn't like question mark, 9 it's set it to, it's come back, hang on, has it come back with anything? Question mark there. Right, not sure what's going on. Let's try another one. Right, so we've got 10. Let me turn the receive on. Oh, the send on. So this is the normal send. You can't see it. Let's turn the send off. Once you start scrolling, it's a bugger. So I'm going to go down 1. I've sent it a 9. And it says width, but there's nothing come back. It came back there, question mark. So it will answer you with a question mark if it doesn't understand it, maybe. Let's just go up 1. So we've gone up 1. And it's just not, yeah, if you go up 1, if it likes it, it sets it. It doesn't ask you for anything back. So to get 1 back, I would need to ask it, right, so I need to go in here. I need to issue it a request to ask it the value just at the minute to get a response back. So once I finish setting it, I'm going to just ask it to bring me the setting back. At the minute it's only answering me, so what I need to do is not set it. Let me just find out what the command is. So the cat command to read it is just 0 and a hash. There, that bit there. Don't put the rest in. So to do that, I just need to literally take that out of there. That should do it. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. I've just messed with the wrong one. Sorry, my problem. So we take that out of there, and that should be unreachable code. Oh, my brakes. 2i. Right, okay. So once we've set it, we'll ask it for the value. And if it didn't like the change, it should have kept the last value intact. Let's just try it out. I certainly had that pound of flesh off me this week on my day job. done seven access control installations on door. There's another 7 to do or something. Right. So we got we're gonna go one notch up. Exception. So we got an exception thrown there. So right, doesn't I'm using the wrong command, that's why. Which one? Yeah, so I'm doing the new object. We don't want that, we just want to give it a 0. That's it. Get rid of that. That's it. We're using overload for the send cat command just to try it. We're not actually using. Yeah, that should do it. Give it a go. I asked Gemini today. I said, "How come I don't get many watch hours?" And it said it's too niche a subject. Right. So, yeah, we're getting the value back. I'll give it an SH0 after I've set it. Now setting it, it doesn't like where it's set to. So it's giving me a 14. So if I go to next one up, it's 6, so it's just 14. So obviously the 14 2400, so that is like the default value, 2400. Right, so if I go a bit more, right, so what are we on now? That's 7. It's going to give me 14. 8. It's going to give me 14. 9 should then give me a value, a different value. So I've set it for a 9, I've asked for it, and it's given me back a 109. So it's showing 1800 on the display. So if I check the chart for 1800, there it is, just like that. Alright, give me a second. Right, I'm back. Somebody was bringing me a delivery of food and we hadn't ordered anything. Wrong street. Yeah. Never mind now. I said, I'll have it, yeah, give it here. Yeah. Wrong street. I don't know. Never mind now. Right, I'll have me pill. Right, so where did I get to before I got interrupted by the door? So, yeah, it gives us the default if it doesn't like it. I'm on 1800 now. If I go up a notch, it's gone to 1950 if we check the chart. It's answered back with 110, well 10. So it's answered back with 10. So if we look on the chart for 10, we're going to get 1950. So that's okay. That's working. So let's have a listen then. Let's just have a listen.
And it flashes. Then the lights go.
Right, what's going to happen to this signal?
Tells you when you look at the manual, it'll tell you if it's whatever it is. It'll tell you if it's whatever's wrong, whether it's high reflected or too much drive, or
so
obviously, but whether it's screen problem.
So when I get to 9,
you know what I mean? I don't know, but anyway, usually you'll get it.
Yeah, get a question mark if I go below. So what I need to do is, when it gets from 9 to 8, it needs to stop shrinking. If I'm in SSB, if I'm in CW, it will let me go more. How much more though? Let's have a look. How much more will it let me go if I'm in CW? So CW, I can go all the way down to 1, but I can only go up to 500 Hertz. So depending on which mode I'm in, I need to alter the boundaries. Just by forcing it greater, it gives me the impression, but it needs to show me what the max is. So we're going to have to take the max depending on which mode we're in here. Well, that is the FT-891. Let's have a look at the one on the 710. See if that gives me a bit more leeway. This is the 710. So AM narrow, CW, let's it go all the way up to 4000 Hertz on CW and data. And then you've got AM narrow, it's fixed, fixed and fixed. So basically, yeah, I don't know what that means, but anyway. Default bandwidth varies depending on the selected mode. So does it work? Does it alter the width? Yes, it does. It's not a problem if you alter past it, or if you give it something it doesn't like. It just gives you a question mark saying it didn't understand it. So the default value, when this goes to default, well, it depends on what mode you're in, so it's quite complicated. So let's find someone to... Oh, he's already here.
I bought one Friedrich 7, a DR. And you can change the coupler on it to 10k if you want. So it's because of the store, I'm going to make it on that. So we'll see how it goes, mate. Anyway, give me just 2 seconds here, mate, to see about that. My mate's picked some stuff.
So it's a bit wild.
From my main topic. It's just going to for certain places.
Yeah, so it works, but it needs constraining. Yeah, it works, but it needs constraining. So, according to whatever mode you're in here, this has to... I need it to change colour, basically. Because you need to know whether you're on the default or not. That's easy enough because you go centre. This one, it will let you drag past. It's not taking into account the mode you're in. So anyway, the cat command is working. It's just my UI is not being limited. That I'll work on. I can do that. I can introduce some logic, but so what's next? Do we go? Are we ready to go to another one? Let's have a look. What does that say? Oh, it just doesn't mention width. It just says number 3. So we can do another one. We can go notch if you like. Shift's done, width's done. When I say done, it's one way and there's no limitation. But it's no arm on. The radio doesn't mind. It just gives you a question mark if you tell it to go to a certain width or shift, and if it doesn't want to do it, it'll just ignore you basically. So let's try the notch next then. Let's do notch. Right, notch next. So the notch is this one here. So we want to be able to notch out. So ideally we'll have
Anyway, what else? So you can keep me up to date with the arm, and I know that you're happy with that one. That one there, keep it working well, mate.
So you can't see it's overlapping there, isn't it? So what I'll do, these labels, I need to get rid of them. Get rid of these labels and we'll just put a block here. We'll have a solid block, and in there we'll have the attributes. But when we shrink it, you won't be able to see them, will you? So they probably need to attach to this thumb. So this one goes along with it, and this one, yeah, can go along with it too. But when you drag it to its default, it needs to just either grey out or change colour. Oh, well, so let's say this is the nominal colour, and if you go away from the nominal, it changes colour. So these aren't changing colour, so you couldn't get them to change colour. So it's obvious looking at it if it's not on the default. Maybe. Anyway, let's get the notch working next. Right, so we've got width. We've done width, we've done shift. Here's the notch. Now it's got some. AI's created something called notch depth and notch frequency, but I don't think there is a depth. So let's have a look at the 891's cat command for notch. Oops, have I just done something? Alright, I think I've just clicked on something. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're back. I've just clicked on something by mistake. Right. So let's go back to the top. So notch. Oh dear. Excuse me. What is this command for notch? Notch. Anyone see a notch? Narrow? No. I've no idea. Notch, 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 notch. Which? What does it think the notch command is? Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. Hasn't got one. Somewhere there's a notch. Gotta be. Just not seeing it. Not seeing it. Can't see it for looking. Anyway, I need to go for 2 minutes, so back in a bit. Alright. Right, so notch. Auto notch. BC, is that it? BC. Auto notch. No. Band down, braking, manual notch. Ah, BP. So there's an auto notch and a manual notch. Who knew? Right, let's have a look. Have I got a BP command in the cat control? BP. No, no BP. What was the other one? BC. BC or BP? BC, BS. I've got a lot of BS here. BA. Right, anyway, so we don't have one. So we're going to have to make the notch command. We haven't done the notch yet. We've done nothing with the notch. So let's have a look at the data sheet for the notch command. So we'll have a look at auto notch, see what that does. And we're going to have a look at the manual notch. So auto notch, it said you can set it, read it, answer. Don't know what that represents. And you've got manual notch. So right, let's just have a look at it. BC and BP. BC, where are you? Auto notch. I'll compare the 710s as well, see if it. So we've got, we can read it, write it, and you get an answer from it. So fixed and auto notch off, auto notch on. Right, let's have a look at the FT-710. BC, where are you? Auto notch. There's a 710. Oops, what's it doing? 710 anyway, so it's the same. Fixed, same amount, P1, P2. Go back to the other one, P1, P2. So that's the same. So, auto notch. Don't know if I want an auto notch anyway. So BP manual notch. Okay, so we've got a few more parameters here, P1, P2 and a P3. So we've got fixed, manual notch on off, and then we've got manual notch level. Oh, sorry. So 0 means it's off or on. I don't get that. Oh, 0 is on off. 1 is on a level. I don't get that. How can 0 be an on off? How can 1 value? So 1 can be. So it's just the terminology. Let's have a look into 710. See if they've made that bit more easy to understand. So BP manual notch, here we go. So yeah, they've cleaned it up a bit. Look, 0 is a fixed thing, manual notch on off, and then manual notch frequency. Yeah, so that's the same. Then they've elaborated on P3. Right, so P3, so if P2 is 0, how you doing? Let's just welcome in. Welcome, Don N5SKT. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. We're just 40 degrees. Oh my god. Dear me. Wonder where you are. Should be able to work out for your call sign N5. So yeah, I could work that out. If I was a clever person, I could tell you where you was, but roughly. Anyway, I need to buy that manual. As a manual you can buy on the go. Typical Texas. Typical for Texas, yeah. Yeah, Fort Worth and all that area, is it? Is that Texas or is that not Texas? Anyway, I don't know. Sorry, we're in our own little world round here. Pun intended. In the UK, we're in our own little world. Right. Anyway, so we've got P2. So P2 looks like it depends on P3 depends on P2. So if it's off, right, I'm not with it. 50 miles south of Dallas. Oh yeah, I grew up in Fort Worth. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I just watch a retro computer channel with the guy from Fort Worth. That's the only reason I know it. In Dallas, yeah, he's Dallas, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he gets hot there as well. He's got his air conditioning built in and everything. Yeah. We're going to have to build it in here. The UK houses haven't got, traditionally, even the schools haven't got it either, so they have to let the students go, or the pupils, you have to send them home if the weather's too hot or too cold. So that just buildings aren't designed for it, basically, which is a shame. And I was only at a school this week, and they were saying, someone was saying that they built a brand new school, knocked down an old prefab piece, and the prefabs had AC on them, and the new one has got no AC. So somebody's done a bad idea or a bad job of making sure they've got the new building with no AC. Someone deserves to have their medal taken away from them. Anyway, you must have AC. Yeah, you got to have AC. You're gonna have to have AC in the UK now. So, well, you do. I've managed all summer without any, but I've just changed vehicles, so I've now got one with AC. So yeah, never mind. Yeah. Not my vehicle, company vehicle. I still do a day job. It's my lifelong ambition to someday quit my day job, but I've left it a bit late. Everyone should try to get rid of their day job, if you can. You can't see me, but I'm pointing my finger at the camera, going, everyone should get rid of their, shaking my finger, yeah, just to emphasise, but I'm still doing it now. I'm emphasising the fact that I'm emphasising, but there's no video, so there is nothing to emphasize. Yeah, anyway, right, so this tells you a little bit more about it. So this is the one we want to work. This one, manual notch on off. See what? So it looks like you've got. So manual notch is on off. My day job is calling me now. We'll keep the stream on, but I'll jump on. Yeah, no problem, Don. Yeah, you carry on. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget, if you got an 891, there's a link in the description to take you to get to the download for a beta version. It's got a lot of missing parts or gaps, but we're slowly working on it. So hopefully by Sunday, or we'll have a little an update version on there to download with the extra bits that I've done the last week or so in there. Where it's a work in progress. It's a free tool. I'm making the tool for myself, and I'm giving it away. Just give it away as free. So it's a tool. So I'm only making it for my own use, but I'm sharing it. See, there's a difference. It's not a commercial thing. It's not a money-making scheme. It's just me. The only thing I get out of it, I'll get some subscribers maybe and some watch count. That's it. But yeah, not monetized at all. So I haven't got enough watch hours. My content is too niche to get many watch hours, so it's a bit difficult. So I do a lot of work on it. Lots of input, but not much. Nothing in, well, I'll say nothing in return. No monetization. So everything I buy it myself, pay it for myself. Yeah, that's the way it is. Not too bad, not to worry. Luckily I can do it, so I've got a day job. Should I say it pays me well? I hope the boss doesn't listen. They might try and knock me money down, you know. Anyway. Right, so P3 depends, the value of P3 depends on what you set P2 to. If P2 is off or on, I'm not quite understanding that. Right, so if PT equals 1 to 320 notch frequency in 10 Hertz, so I understand that bit. So if it's off, you get nothing basically. I don't get. Some of this Yaesu stuff they do is very, very strange. I'd love to speak to the programmer and ask them. They'll tell you, there'll be a reason they've had to do it. They'll say, oh, we had to do it this way, we were struggling, or we had to differentiate between another signal that was there, so we use it internally in the firmware to do something or other. It's a bit of a workaround. It's not an ideal thing. To me, a manual notch, they probably overcomplicate it with the auto notch. But I don't get why the auto notch and the manual notch can't be the same thing. If you want it on auto, just set it to an automatic value. But anyway, they probably kept it in backwardly compatible with something else. So if you make one mistake going back years in the radio, then that mistake, a bit like Microsoft's Windows, carries it forward forever and a day, you know. We're still using tools in Windows. You can still bring them up that were created in you know, early end of 80s, 90s. Still tools that are there. It's the bane of Windows or Microsoft. They're to be backwardly compatible. They put all this extra bloat stuff in there. I don't know. Anyway. Band down. So if we're not doing auto notch, we're doing manual notch at the minute. So I want to be able to move the notch around. So what do let's break this down into simple terms. We need to make a cat command that will give me P1, P2 and P3. And 3 has to be 3 digits. So let's find a cat command we've already used. So we've got one, this one, not necessarily know if this one's working, right, so we'll leave that. We've got to have 3 digits, that's close. Instead of 2 digits for parameter 3, we need 3. So let's go find any more. That's got 3 but only 2 parameters. I think we're going to have to make a new one. Yeah. We don't have one that does that yet. That's okay. Let's just create a new one. So we'll use the closest thing we got, which is probably this one. No, let's find one that we can have 2 different values. Probably this one. Oh, that one's close, isn't it? Yeah, actually that's close. That's close. SH. I can't remember what SH is now. I ought to put what it is. Width mode, width value. Oh, I've already created one. I've already created it. What am I talking about? I'm on about notch now, aren't I? So that's the width. That's almost like what we're after. Yeah. So let's copy that. Bring it down the bottom here. Let's put it here. Right, so we're going to call this one. Right, we need to go back to the cat command. So it is BP, manual notch. Okay, let's have a manual notch BP. So we're going to call this one BP. Register it as BP. And we're going to put it down the bottom here. BP, comma, BP. That's it. Right, so we've got to be... Really, I could do with knowing what they are, really. Okay, it's just they're not very descriptive, are they? I can just put it here. BP equals manual notch. There we go. So we're gonna need a notch result instead of a width result. We need a notch result. So we're gonna create a new definition. I'll just push it in there somewhere. So this one is going to be notch result. So we know it's fixed. So we want notch modes and notch values. That will do. So it doesn't know what notch mode is. Notch value. So we'll go to that one. Right, so we need some enums. So we'll create a new enum. Notch modes. So BP, it's not going to make much sense translating from notch to BP, but anyway, BP. Let's just have a look at the cat command for it. So it is 0 and 1. Oh, it's notch level. So manual notch on off, notch level. We'll keep it the same. Let's just make sure this one's the same. Yeah. So manual notch on off, manual notch frequency. We'll keep it to the 710. Right, so get back to this one. So this does no longer, yeah. So 0 is a manual notch on off. Sorry, on off is 0. Then we got a manual notch frequency. Okay, manual notch frequency, manual notch on off. And do this so when you're reading it back it makes some sense. It's got to make some sense to you. So manual notch on off, manual notch frequency. Okay, and that's for parameter 2. And this one says manual notch on off, manual notch level. So the level, no idea what it's talking about, probably means frequency. And that's parameter 3 P3, parameter 1. It's very confusing. P3. So 0 to, so P2 equals 1. I don't get it. Very confusing, Mr. Yesu. Was there someone called Mr. Yesu? Must have been getting on a bit, maybe he's lost his mind. Anyway, all my radios at the minute are Yesu, so apart from some old ones. Yeah, notch frequency times 10. So they're values, they're levels, but they equate to a frequency. So really, the parameter is not a frequency. It's a level, or it's a value that equates to a frequency. Notch frequency times 10 Hertz. I don't get it. Anyway, we'll just ignore that and pretend. Pretend. Yeah. Right. Okay, so we've got single value, and then 3 characters. Okay, so we've done our notch modes. Let's go back. We want notch values. Right, so have we got any notch values? Right, let's go to width values. Right, so we've got all the values here. It's a bit long-winded, but yeah. I'm pretty sure when we did our user control, AI went and put some stuff in for me. State, direction, width codes, notch, filter ranges. No, we didn't get as far as that. Shift. No, this has got to be taken out. AI's gone a bit nuts on us there, but we'll take that out. But at the minute we'll have to go with this idea. Right, so we're going to do notch values. Okay, create an enum and let's have a look at what the values are again. 001 to 320 in 10 Hertz steps. I think. Don't know. Who knows? What does the 710 say about it? Notch frequency times 10 Hertz. So 1 times 10, 2 times 10. Okay. So 320 times 10. That's 3200 Hertz. It's clear as mud, isn't it? My drink is nearly finished. Right. Okay, so 01 to 320, and this is the same as well, so both are the same. So we need to create something like this. So what's the outcome? Notch frequency times 10 Hertz. So yeah, we just need a value, don't we? You almost need to track 2 values. You need to track the parameter you need, this, and plus have a frequency. So we could do that. So we can display the right frequency. Oh, we just times it by 10. Come up with it. Yeah, let's do it the easy way. Right. Okay, here we go then. 001. So notch frequency. So we've got. So we'll do NT8, NCH. Is that the same as notch? What do I get on my radio? NCH. Yeah, we're going to call it that then. So the first one is 001. Is there a default? Let's have a look if there's a default. Right, don't know if there's a default. Let's go into notch. I'll find notch. So I don't know if there's a default 1600, is it? I don't know what the default is. So it doesn't really tell you. You'd think there'd be a table, wouldn't you? Oh, it's not some of them that's there normally. So the notch frequency 3200. Hang on, let's get the calculator out. So 320 times 10 is 3200 hertz. Thought it was, just double checking. So if we choose one, well, one it's going to be, so right, so what's half of 16? Let's go 16 times 10, 1600. Hang on. Basic maths. Right, let's try again. So 16 times 10. I'll keep it in the dot instead. What's the matter with me? 16 times 10. Yeah, so it's 160. Yeah. No. So what I really meant was 160 times 10. Yeah, so it gives you half. So maybe that is the right value. It's coming up with 1600 hertz because I was slightly off on my notch. But if your notch is not enabled, you won't know anyway, would you? If it was switched off, you'd never know. Right. Okay. Anyway, so let's carry on making these things up. So this is going to be. There is no default. We're going to go from what's the value range from 1 to 320. So we'll just say that's 1. And we need to do, yeah, keep going. It's doing it for me. But it's right, it's forgot one of the zeros. I can put the zeros in manually. It doesn't like to put the extra zero in, I don't know why. Right. Oh, it's done it this time. It's clever enough. See, it's clever enough. Right, let's just go back over here. Keep going, keep going. I've gone too fast. It's decided it can't keep up with me, so it's decided I have to wait a little bit for it to do it. Stop now. Stop doing it. That's AI for it. Started to dream again. It went all the way to there and it decided to hallucinate. Yeah. That's what AI does, it hallucinates. And now it's, because it hasn't kept it in a nice order, it's making me work for it now. Right, let's get to the other one. So Now it's starting to work again. It's starting to go again now. I'll go slower so its brain can work. It's now lost itself again. Now it's found itself, but it's forgot about the 0. No, it hasn't forgot about the 0. Take that back. Sorry, AI. God almighty. How many of these we got to do? Up to 320. Going hell. Never. There's a lot, isn't there? Or is it telling me that it jumps? No. 1 to 320. Oh yeah, I'm going to be here a while, aren't I? Nah, going to be too many. That's a bad way of doing it. I'm going to have to work this one out on the fly. That was okay because it only went up to 21. This is going to go up to 320. It's going to be all the way down here, massive. So this notch value is no good. Okay, scrap the notch value then. That one will have to be worked out on the fly. Right, so we'll just make that an int. It's just going to be an int, and we will remember to times it by 10. Yeah, times, now when we're displaying it we times it by 10. So notch result, notch modes. So far so good. Let's keep going. Right, so we're on notch and we want notch result and notch result and notch result. Okay, I think Mark's done all this already. Mark error 42, is it? Can't remember. I think he's done all this. Just spent hours doing all this. I'm just doing one at a time. Right, fixed P1 switch. We don't have a switch. Oh, we do have a switch. I don't know. Let's just peek. Right, so we've got notch modes and values. Oh, that is switch. Fixed, switch and values. Yeah, that's okay. So right, so it's trying to do, we need to do notch, what's it doing now? What's come up now? Notch modes, and this is width values. No, it's not coming cast, it's just an int. Right, so notch values. I think that. Right, so the result. So we need two parameters now. So we'll go to the top. Where are we? Width mode, width value. We've got anything notch? I don't think we've got a notch yet, no. Got nothing for notch. So we want another two of them for notch modes and that'll be an int notch value, and notch mode, notch value. There we go. So we'll keep them separate. Oh, right. There we go. So notch mode, notch value. That's all we need to keep a track of. So we're back onto this one again. Let's put a little in it. Notch values are 001 to 320 and times 10 hertz. Right, so we need to do the result to be right, so we can't have that. We've got to have notch mode and notch value. Can't spell. I think this keyboard's time to throw in the bin. Yeah, I think I've got to throw this in the bin. Right, switch and values. Okay, so we've got a cat command. Now it doesn't do the right stuff because we need extra digit there. So we need 3 digits. Yeah, 3 digits, not 2 digits. So we want to change that to 3 and 3. Okay. Right, okay, we've got a notch command now. So we've got to go back to our filters wave where we got notch frequency. We need to see what's coming up when we do notch. So let's just run the program again. Okay. Oh yeah, so we're gonna just open this up a bit. Let's open it up to there. Let's bring the notch down. Stop the send and see what happens when I do notch. So notch enabled, notch frequency. It's doing both. How would you disable it then? Notch enabled. Right. So notch enabled, notch frequency. So we don't necessarily want the 2. We'll do it all in one. So not NCH frequency we're after, that's what's happening there anyway. Yeah, so it's in there. So depth, we're not doing depth. So the notch frequency. So we need to do a cat command. Oh, it just say BP there, look. Right. Okay. Put that one in right for me. We didn't create the command. So notch frequency, scale hertz equals 10 plus int notch divided by times. Don't know what that is. Some weird stuff there. I don't think we need all that. Right, so we want to put that in there. Oh, what happened there? What the hell happened there? Oh, pasted instead of copied for some reason. Alright, so we've got I need a comma. Okay. Right, so we've got our cat command. Cat command there, I'm not liking it, so the notch frequency needs to be times 10. Maybe this is working it out in a different way. we'll leave it at that for now. So we're sending a BP, which it is the BP command. Yeah. We're sending a BP command. Every time the notch frequency is dependency properties changed, it'll execute this here. Let's just see what happens, shall we? The only thing is, no, it's not doing the right thing. There's more to this command. So it's not switching. No, there's not enough things happening. Not enough things happening. So we need to alter that. We sort of need to copy the width one. Where's the width one? We've just done the width one. There. So we need to copy that width one. In fact, we need to copy the whole thing here. Probably copy that whole thing there as well. Yeah, copy the whole thing into the notch frequency. Alright, but we won't. We want the notch. Now, what have we done with it? There it is. Notch label border. I need to swap that over. Notch. So swap that one for the notch label border. Okay. So if value. So notch frequency. Actually, where's the width? Ah, shouldn't be that. Shouldn't be that value. That's the wrong one. Forgot to change that. That should have been that value. Okay. Yeah, same as that one. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now this one needs to be the same. Notch frequency. And then we need to change the command to BP. BP. And we need to create the values. So we've got the, if the notch frequency is 0, it'll never be 0, will it? Now we don't know what the yeah, I don't know what the default, doesn't tell you a default one. Oh, we said it was 1600, so it'll be 160 is the default. 160. So if it's off, it'll be 160. And if it's on, it's gonna be the width value. Yeah, so those should be okay. We need to ask it what the value is. Don't need to ask it because we'll do that elsewhere. But I need to put a note here. Remove this one. Remove once added to outgoing data loop, and the same with this one here. Take it out once you've, yeah. So that should switch it on and off, and that should give it a default, and that should give it a value. Will it work? Who knows? We don't need this one. So width value is not the value we need scale. So notch frequency, I don't know which one we need, so we'll give it notch frequency because we don't want to send it a actual frequency, that's just for display purposes. So we're going to Definitely don't want width value, so notch frequency. Yeah, that should do it. Right, will it work? I have no clue. Let's just try it. Let's give it a go. Right, let's turn the send off a minute so we can see what's going on. Let's open this up and pull down the notch. Exception thrown. Cat BP expects 3 values, got 2. Right. Okay. So why did you only get 2? Ah, notch enabled. Expects 3 values, got 2. Where? So it's got 3 values, got 3 values. I got 1 value here. Okay, maybe it was that one. Tell you what, let's not ask for anything just yet. Let's just see if that error goes away. I need to go and top my drink up in a minute. It's supposed to be a leisurely thing, not sitting here without a drink. Right. Okay, so it's coming back question mark. We'll bring that down. Ah, exception thrown. Expected 3 values, got 2. Okay. Ah, we've got that value. Ah, there it is. We forgot to take that out. That's why. Let's get rid of that one, because that has not got. That was AI generated, and it didn't bother to check the data sheet. If it had done, it would have worked out there need to be 3 values. Right, let's try it without. See what we get now. It's certainly getting warmer in this room now. Turn the send off. Bring the notch in. Ah, so there's no exception now. Ah, the BP value's changing. So if I go into notch now, and I move this around. Oh, it's changing. Yeah, the notch is changing. It's moving. Yeah, so it is actually working. But it's only moving a little bit. Why is that, I wonder? Hang on, let's go wider. I'm going up to... Right, I may have more, hang on. 2730. So, let's widen this right up. 3070. And it's going down, all the way down. It stops at 1000 hertz. No, it hasn't. Yeah, it has. It's physically stopped at 1000. Hang on. That's doing some strange stuff. Stops at 1000. Right, so something. Yeah, something weird. So we're not using that. We're setting the notch frequency. It is altering it. There's obviously more to it than meets the eye. Let's have a look at this one. 1 to 320 notch frequency times 10. Bit confusing there. Right, so we're going to ask Gemini now what it knows of the notch frequency, because let's see if it can derive something from it. Right, is it going to boot up? What's the vibe, Dave? Videos are free for a limited time. Okay. Right, anyway, so FT-891 and FT-710 cat command BP. What do you know of the, what was it called? Of P3 notch frequency. Right, see what it can make of that. Uses by radios manual notch filter function. The command structure breaks down into parameters that manage whether the notch filter is engaged and where its frequency is set. See, wouldn't it be good if Yaesu put that in there? Anyway, a typical BP set command follows this format. Yeah. The two letters command the manual notch. Usually that's the opcode. Usually designates the VFO or the receiver band channel layout. Often fixed to 0 on single receiver. Okay, well, that's something new. Right. P2 sub-parameter selector. Notch on off status. One controls the notch frequency or level mapping, depends on firmware. Functionally coordinates the sweep position. Right. P3 the value, the data payload. If P2 is 0 switch, 0 equals off, 1 equals on. If P2 equals 1 frequency, a 3-digit numeric range presenting a multiplier for the notch frequency. Querying and setting. You can send BP, interfacing. So P3 for manual notch frequency. When lowering, I get it stops at 1000 Hertz. That behavior comes directly from the firmware limits built into the Yaesu DSP. When you send a frequency adjustment via the BP command, data payload uses times 10 Hz multiplier. 100 translates to 100 times 10, 100 or 1k Hz. Lowering it past 100 is restricted by the radio's internal DSP code because a manual notch filter too close to absolute audio baseline or DC loses effectiveness and can destabilize the audio filter math. Depending on the specific firmware version and mode, the lower boundary typically hard stops right around the 1000 Hz mark or maps down to a minimum range index like 001 corresponding to the lowest allowable DSP bin filter. If you attempt to push B3 lower than the radio's program floor, the transceiver will either reject the command or clamp the value. Okay. But doesn't say that, does it? Do Yaesu have a chart of values with their frequencies? Probably say no, but I can work it out. Right, okay, so it's found something. Example of Yaesu maps those values. So frequency, yeah, 150, 300. Where to find official documentation? More options. Right. Don't know, it's as clear as mud. Anyway, let's see if we can just work it out ourselves. Let's run it up again and see what happens. Oops, hang on. Let's get that there. So we bring the notch down. The notch is moving. Oh, there's a notch there, 1450. Oh, it actually says 1450 on the screen. What's that say? 1850. 22. 2560. 2760. Yeah, so it's matching that. 3070. Now, it's probably because I've got this angle, it won't let me go further. So it's going down. Right, so the notch. Don't quite understand this notch because it's not going less than 1,000. It's when it's going down now, and then it's just stopping now. That's as far as it'll go. But that's the centre bit, the line, and then you can go up, all the way up. So it starts at 1,000. It goes up. It doesn't make sense. Surely. Oh, does it matter if you're in upper sideband or lower sideband? Let's change to lower sideband. And will it affect this then? Will it limit me the other way? No. No. Maybe I've got to come out first. Hang on then. Let's come out first. Right, so I'm on lower sideband. I'm moving the notch. It's not showing me what it is. So if I bring it all the way down here and then go back into where's notch gone? Right, so the V has actually moved up, and it says 2,500. Ah, that's weird. Ah, so it's gone down to 1,000 again. Not sure what's going on there. It is moving it around, but there's something weird going on. Right, let's have a look at turn the send off. Have a look at the values. So I'll go all the way down here. It's going all the way down. So I'm all the way down, but my notch is 11, so it's 150. So something is limiting me in this software, and that's going up to 307. Only goes down as low as 150. So my drag is a problem. Right, so let's have a look at the wave control for it. Must be limiting it in some way. Notch state, notch frequency. Minimum hertz. Let's have a look at that. Go to the definition. So minimum is 10. And maximum is that step of 10. So that's not the minimum though, is it? The minimum, hang on. Oh, maybe it is the minimum. Hang on. No, it starts from 1 times 10. So it is 10, but I need to send the value 1. So it's stopping me. Alright, let's take that to 1 and see what happens. See if it can go lower. Right. So I'm on here. Right, so I'm going down. It's going 1200 hertz, 1140, 10, 1020, and it gets to 1000, and then it's ignoring me, and then I get all the way down the bottom, and it's now starting from the top again, sort of wrapping round. Right. So anyway, it's moving it. So let's have a listen. Let's go and listen to something. So we've got the notch. Does it go on and off? No, it doesn't do on and off, does it? So 1600 we said. No, let's knock that back to 10. Don't know what that did. So it's setting it to the minimum frequency. So let's find all references of the notch frequency. No depth. Set the notch frequency. Notch is value, return, on property, notch frequency, notch freak. Why have we got two of them going on? Right, so let's find any more. Right, there's some more. Okay. So we've got the set notch compatibility method, the old depth. No, treat as on off. Okay. Depth is not equal to 0, so it's on or off. Notch badge. Hertz, update thumb position, update the waveform. Right, so we've got the UI. This one now, this is updating the waveform. Notch visual. Hello Don, back again. Hi brother. Oh, it's just saying hello to Andy. I need to drop this, is looking good day. Ah, okay. Yeah, we get do a bit on it when we can, you know, do a bit on it we can. 7.3 if you're gonna go and carry on. I don't know, you must be behind by a fair few hours. How many hours behind are you? 9, is it? 7, 8, 9? Don't know. It's got to be... What time is it over there? It's got to be, what, I don't know. Let's say it's 10 o'clock. Is it? 10 o'clock in the morning? Don't know. Right, so... Yeah, don't think we need the enable bit. We're going to have to work on that. But it is altering the notch, so I want to have a listen to somebody. And get somebody who's noisy next to somebody. And just see if I can, with these shift, let's find somebody. Let's come out of there a minute, there you go. At the minute I've got my notch on, width on, and shift on, so I'll turn them off. Right, has it found us anyone to listen to? Where are they?
No, I must get QNTR. No, actually, the condition these days not in a great condition, but I was listening, so
Right.
even yesterday, before yesterday, almost a month, maybe more actually. There is something wrong with the fabrication, but
The shift,
really happy to hear
the
you, my
shift
friend, over.
has just lit up.
Yes, for me it's a pleasure to give you here. But yes,
It's gone
today
off.
I have
And the
some
width
time because,
has-
as you know, I am managing in a hotel.
Yeah, the width has just come on.
Well, it's a super high season now.
What about the notch?
High season, all European people have holidays, and well, I arrived at home, and well, I try peeling to the east because sometimes Japan or something like that are here.
It's definitely doing something.
My best 73 to all my friends, to Gulf Sierra, to Oscar Delta, to you, and all my friends in Kuwait. Over. Yeah, Roger. I will, my friend. So carry on. You just enjoy your evening. We're still holding 59+5 in Kuwait. A beautiful signal as a whole transmission. So thank you. All the best. I will clear on the gears fine. Echo Charlie 6 Delta X-ray 9 kilo 2 kilo Oscar. 9 2 kilo Oscar. Echo Charlie 6 DX. Bye bye, amigo. Ma salama. Thank you. Echo Charlie 6 David X-ray. Thank you. November, ready something at 20/9. Give it up.
Let's go on to
Thank you very much for listening.
right. Let's go on to notch.
Propagation with European stations. You are 20/9 left over. Preparation is really good. Thank you. Calling Mary Pinky, calling me back. Lima Zulu 2 Hotel, November. This is Echo Charlie 6 DX.
I suppose you won't know until you get some noisy. Let's pretend. Let's go off the frequency. Hang on.
Thank you. Bye-bye. This is Echo Charlie.
Let's pretend we're off below. Like that. And we want to talk to someone. What can we do? So I want to go away from it. I don't know, it's going to be one of them weird ones, isn't it? Anyway, how long been going? 2 hours 22. So we need a way of defaulting it all, don't we? Once we messed it up. So it says notch off, but notch is still on there. So the width is off when you do that. The shift is off when you do that. So what I'll do is let me old notch
This is Echo Charlie 6 Delta X-Ray, thank you.
Alright, so I'll put the width on as well.
Oscar number 3.
Alright, let's put the width where the noise blanker is.
Good evening, Oscar number 3 Echo Charlie Radio. Hello, Eddie. Nice to meet you here on the frequency again on 20. I'm coming in 15, okay with that? Thank you very much for taking the report. Copy 59 clouds in Minorca Island in the Balearics. Okay with that?
I'm doing it off the radio at the minute. Nothing's happening on screen. Anyway, I've had enough for one night. Yeah, I'll do a bit more on it later in the evening or tomorrow morning. So basically the cat commands are working. The contour is tempting, but you do end up, it's one of those things, unless you've got a bit of noise to try and filter out, all you got to do is make a normal QSO get worse unless there's noise. So the notch, yeah, it's Friday, I've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm going to have a rest now and watch a film or something. We'll do a bit more over the weekend. We'll do quite a bit more. So we got the notch working, we got the width, and we got the shift. Yeah, nice and early. Yeah, yeah, it will be. So this contour, I mean, it's the kind of thing you need a bit of noise. I could do with like something to make a noise. Normally you can't stop something making a noise, but it's not that kind of a noise. It's just we need a transmission under a channel and try and clear it out. But as long as this does what I can do on the radio manually, it mimics it, then that's okay. Anyway, I've got to have a rest, so anyway, we'll leave it at that for now. Oh, I'm going to put voice commands in as well. Whether that's a good thing with the radio, I don't know. So I'll say, Yaesu, find me a clear frequency, and it'll then just go back, and then it'll do a sweep, a few times sweep, and there's loads to do. I mean, this apparition here, I'll need to alter it depending on what mode I'm in. If I'm in sideband, upper sideband, it needs to start from the top and taper down. If I'm in lower, it needs to start from here and taper down this way. If I'm at FM, it needs to do something else, and if I'm in AM, it needs to sit in the middle. And if I'm on CW, then it need to do something else again. No, we haven't tried the Morse code for a while. Let's quickly try the Morse code. Let's just try it, shall we? So currently I've got let me turn the width off and the shift off. Right, I can't find. Why is it you can't find anything? It's there again. Oh, stopped as soon as I... Yeah, it's all a bit of a mess. I need to grab it by the arms and make these work right. Anyway, what else have we done? Is there anything else on it? No, I haven't done a lot on it. Right, let's see if there's anyone around. What about on there? Let's have a listen. Tell you what, we'll close this. Save it all. Upload it to the commit, so we got the notch width and shift partially done. It's partially, there's a lot to do on it to constrain it, so I'll close that down. I just want to run this on its own just for a minute from the executable. Anyone around? What a noise. Okay, let's try this one. We'll have to lower the threshold. Maybe too low. Alright, is there anyone to listen to? No. It saves you having to keep touching the radio, doesn't it, I suppose?
Over here, there's Ocean Hotel 1, Echo Bravo Lima, and I wish you the very best amenities. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, it's experimental, isn't it? Playing around with it. Just have a play. I mean, you can. It'll grow. I'm still learning, and we'll slowly implement this stuff. Yeah. Right, I think I've had enough for one day.
Well, yeah, give us help, but this is not my frequency, so let's take
I lost it then. I pressed the back button on there and it closed on me. Obviously, half of these don't do anything. Right, so I lost him. Where'd he go? Come back. Where are you? Talk to me.
I'm sorry, no copy. CQ, this is Echo 72, Sierra Tango, Echo 72.
Ooh, let's see if we can tune him up a bit.
I'm listening.
Sounds like he's slightly off the frequency.
CQ, this is Echo 72, Sierra Tango, Echo 72, Sierra
can we do?
Tango, calling and listening.
Can we do anything with it?
Hotel Bravo 9, India Papa Echo, QSL.
Ooh. Right. So let's shift him a bit.
Thank you. I have you about 5x8, 5x7 from me in Sarajevo, capital city of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Ooh. Even. We've got some interference.
I didn't get your name properly. Someone was on the frequency. Thank you, Manu. My name is Faruk, as you already know.
I can't tell where he is.
Come again, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, does help a bit, doesn't it?
73, bye-bye.
November, Bravo, Zulu.
November what?
Florida 4, November, Bravo, Zulu, QSL.
Florida 4, November.
Bravo, Zulu.
Florida 4, November, Bravo, Zulu, QSL.
Yes, okay, we are 5-9 on the... Okay.
Thank you. I have you about 5x6, 5x7 from me in Bosnia, capital city, Sarajevo.
Okay.
73, bye-bye. Florida, this is Echo 72, Sierra Tango. Germany 4, November, Victor Yankee, QSL. Roger. I have you about 5 for me in Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yeah, it's difficult when you can't see the waveform. So you can't see the waveform. But you can't see the waveform on the 891, all you can see is the signal bar graph. So that's a bit of a shame.
NW6 IMO, QSL. Thank you. About 5x6, 5x7, but the signal is quite clear in Sarajevo here. towers up. This is Echo 72 Sierra Tango. Hotel 6 India, come again. Sorry, come again. Hotel 6 India, November Lima, Kyoto. Okay, I can't hear the first few letters of your name. You're cutting out very much.
Anyway, I have no idea what I'm doing.
6 India, November Lima, Kyoto.
Oh, what's that going? That shouldn't do that.
Okay, I can barely hear you, but for me you're about 5x4, 5x5 in Sarajevo. Golf 6 India, November Lima, are you still here? Okay, then it's 73, but it seems like I've lost you somewhere. Here's that Echo 72 Sierra Tango.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. Echo 72 Sierra Tango. Echo 72 Sierra Tango. Calling and listening.
Yeah, we can certainly do something with it. I'm not the best person to have ever done anything with the filters before. Get on the real radio.
Germany 3, Germany, come again?
Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. So, I've been going, 2 hours 40, that'll do. That'll do. I've got to do something else. I'll be doing a bit more of it on the weekend. So, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good day, and 7-3. Bye for now. Have a good one. Might catch me next week at the DX Commander Fest, if he'll have me. Alright, bye for now. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.